It was alright, kind of boring.
Oh, feels bad. Well, I'm sure you can find ways to entertain yourself during work. I know I did back in the whatever day. Did you know I used to work as a uh they call it like maintenance guy, but really I was just a janitor. Oh, custodian. That was our official term for an amusement park.
Nice.
I read books because there's a lot of downtime.
Just
Anyways,
watch streams. Yeah.
yeah, sounds about right, right? So I have here your OPGG. If you can see the screenshot in Discord.
Yeah, I can see it.
Nice. All right, tell me about these champions you're playing. How long you've been playing? Some kind of like introduction, I guess.
Um, well, I mostly started playing support at first, but then I started getting really bored of playing support. I've always really enjoyed playing Caitlyn, so I thought I could play her more. Um, I've played ranked before, but never really enough to like actually climb. So this season I thought I'd try to play AD carry a little bit.
Nice, nice. Looks like you have some streaks of wins and streaks of losses, so that's interesting. Cool,
Yeah.
cool,
The
cool.
screen share is lagging a little bit.
Oh, is it? Let me see. Do you prefer 60 frames a second or 1080p?
It doesn't matter. I'll be fine.
Okay, let's try this. If this is better. Okay. And mostly Kaylin, huh? So no secondary ADC.
Not really.
Cool, cool, cool. Me too, me too. So let's start with this, shall we? The first
Yep.
one's fine.
Yep.
Okay. Sick.
It's still kind of laggy. I don't know why.
Oh my, really? Okay. Are you? Hmm. Let me see if we can change something here. Are you in the U.S.?
Yeah, in the East Coast.
Okay, let me see if I can change it to U.S. East. Does this do anything?
Uh, it actually looks better. Yeah, this is fine.
Okay, let me see if I can fiddle around with it a little bit more. How about this?
That's good.
Okay, cool. If it's not watchable, let me know. We'll have to
Okay.
find some solution. I think Discord has been it's having some issues, I think. So
Yeah, it's kind of lagging again. I don't. It just looks so grainy. I don't know why.
oh no. Okay. Well, here's another thing we can do. You can watch the stream and that should be good quality. And when I have something to point out, you can switch to Discord where like draw on the what's it called screen and stuff. So
Okay. Yeah,
wanna
that
try
works.
that?
Yep.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Hmm. Let me know when you're like watching and stuff.
Okay. It looks good to me.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, so we're seeing in the laning phase here. What are kind of the things you're looking to work on, if you
Uh,
have an idea?
I guess matchups. I feel like sometimes I die too much in lane,
Oh,
and
okay,
that
interesting.
can be. And if I do really well in lane, I feel like I don't know what to do, like with my lead, and that is a big problem for me because I feel like I should be pushing my
Okay,
lead and I don't.
okay, okay. So it's things like how do we? So if you die lane, is it to the bot lane or is it to the jungler usually?
To the jungler mostly.
Right, right. So
A big
that's the
problem with
classic.
like hecrims. Uh,
For example, if it's likely you're gonna die soon, why would that be in solo queue? Just like in general, this is like a
again,
common pattern you see right here.
um, like getting four-man. I don't
No,
know.
no, no. Just like you're dying to a gank soon TM, or in many games you would die to a gank here.
Oh yeah.
Why would that be?
Because I'm overextended.
Well, what do we mean by like overextended? What makes this
Um,
overextended?
because I don't really know where the jungler is, and I'm playing way too up.
Well, let's back it up a bit, right? Here you're fine, right? If the jungler shows up, you're fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference between here and here?
Well, I'm kind of low here.
Okay, right? Anything else? We have a lot less
Um,
HP for sure.
I don't have flash.
We don't have flash, right? So you see like a common trend or common.
Yes.
So what's the idea?
I don't want to push up when I don't have flash,
Right,
possibly.
right. The less resources we have to escape from a gank, the more likely it is we're about to into the jungler, right? And
Hmm.
where did all our resources go? This pretty much happens every time. It's kind of the only event that will happen to
Hmm.
make our resources low.
Um, well, I guess like I traded and I probably traded poorly, so I had to blow my flash. Oh, well, actually, I wanted to kill her, I think, yeah, here, and she didn't die.
Right, right. I don't think it was
And
necessarily a poor trade, right? 2v2 seems pretty good. It's just that the instant some kind of crazy fight happens bot lane, what do you think the junglers are thinking?
they're gonna come bot because I just blew my flash.
Say, oh shit, can I kill this guy? Right? So if I were driving, I'm like, can I dive this guy? Well, of course not. You're on the other side of the map, right? But what
Hmm.
about their jungle? Maybe you don't know where they started, or they're just making a beeline towards you, right? So
Hmm.
if you are having problems with getting ganked from the jungler, and things like this happen often, this is a common pattern you'll see. Is after a fight happens, the first thing you kind of want to check for is, are we okay if the jungler shows up, right? Because this is a classic essentially at any rank, right? And then
Hmm.
when you see Jax, you know you're okay, right?
Yeah.
Then we know we're okay. But that's kind of like if you die to the jungler, usually it's because for some reason we're fighting maybe when we shouldn't be fighting, right? Um, or maybe we're not being careful after we fight. Not that we shouldn't be fighting or anything like that. But I think the attempt for the 2v2 there was pretty good. Not bad. Keep going, keep going. We just go home soon, TM. Okay, trying to help our jungler here. This is kind of interesting. I think this guy's just dead, right? Oh my god,
Uh,
did I see that correctly? Wait, did Diana pull him out of the Nami bubble? Check it out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
oh, he
Oh
lived
my
that.
god.
Oh, that tilted
Oh,
me
it's a
so hard.
fucking disaster. Okay, let's
And
talk
then I
about this.
just,
All right.
yeah,
So, what do you think?
I I wasn't paying attention to their bot lane was gonna like come run us down.
Mhm. Mhm. So,
And
what's the idea here? So, what are we trying to do? Obviously, we're trying to help our jungler fight, right?
mm-hmm.
So, I guess is there a problem here?
Um,
What do you think?
I guess I wasn't really paying attention of people that could rotate, and like where I was standing was really bad too.
Okay. So let's say now that you know Jinx and Janna are coming, would you change the way you play here?
I would path a different way if I thought about it, I guess, but I wasn't really thinking. I was just like trying to kill his Jax, and then I got like
Like how
bamboozled.
so? How so?
Um, I guess I don't know. Because if I walked through blue, I think maybe that would have taken too long.
There's no way, right? You're
No?
slow as hell. You can't help them.
Yeah, okay, so I guess in a perfect scenario, I just like dip.
Okay, so here's a question. What made them catch up? Right? So they're just walking straight to you. I want you to watch your character and kind of
Mhm.
pinpoint moments where you're not making progress to run away, if that makes sense.
I guess as soon as I saw Jan, I should have just fucking like ran away. Oh shit, my bad. Didn't mean to say a bad word.
No, don't worry about swearing. I think my viewers are pretty what's it called? Pretty normal on the stream. What do you think?
Uh, I
Okay, so
guess
here's a question: is the idea to come help good?
yes, I think. Well, to me it looked like we had numbers advantage, but then like I got like I don't know, Echo kind of just killed me, I
Right. So
think.
you're right. It's absolutely you should be coming to this. Right
Mhm.
now, what's the what went wrong? Okay, so we saw out of our control. There was this Diana and Nami fucked up or whatever. I don't know what happened here, right? It was just they
Yeah.
missed one person like displaced the other guy so they didn't get bubbled or whatever, right? So
Mhm.
when you see something like that happen, like your teammate missed an important ability, what does that mean for us?
We
Or
can't
does
trust
it
that.
doesn't mean anything?
I guess.
Oh yeah, you definitely. I mean, for sure you can't trust them. But does that change what you have to do next?
I guess I should have thought about backing off because there's no way they could peel for me, or
Yeah,
Nami
let
could
me
peel
kind
for
of
me.
phrase it in a way that'll make it better. Let's say it's 5v5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you're playing, let's say you're playing Oriana. Okay, let's just
Mm-hmm.
switch because this makes the example obvious, okay, or easier. So let's say you have a Malphite on your team. Of course, we'll love Malphite to ulti in, hit people, and then you're gonna Ori ult people, right? And let's
Mm-hmm.
say in a 5v5 scenario, if you ulti like the enemy ADC by himself, it's gonna be good, right?
Yeah.
Or let's say even the support. Yo, if you trade your ulti for their support, that's still pretty good. What happens if Malphite misses ulti?
And then you want to back off, right?
Okay, but let's say they're forcing it. They're gonna hard force engage. And you're not gonna be able to
Um,
get away. You're gonna have to turn around and fight.
I guess I want to like kite back.
Okay, true. But what are we looking for with our ulti? So before, killing the support with ulti was good. Now if you kill the support with ulti, did anything change?
Um, no.
Okay, let's say instead of Malphite missing ulti, Malphite just gets caught. And now your life depends on winning this 4v5. How do you do it?
Uh,
Let's make it more obvious. Let's say it's 2v5. There's only
yeah.
one way you're gonna win a 2v5 with Oriana. How are you gonna do it?
Like, Oriana has to land her ultimate
On who?
on the. Well, if we're going for the ADC, then we have to kill them. Well,
Sure,
if we're going
sure.
for the support, I guess.
Well, remember it's a 2v5, right? What kind of ulti do you need on
Well, we
Oriana?
need like a 5-man.
Yeah, you need a 5-man ulti, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, how can you win? It's impossible. All right,
Yeah.
now let's dial down the scale back a bit. All right, now we're back to Malphite misses ulti. Do you
Okay.
see the relationship between this? What does it mean for your ulti now? If you need to win this fight?
Like a Malphite ult?
Yeah, let's say
Or
your team is just missing everything.
then if I was Malphite, I would want to hit them both, or I guess we lose.
Yeah, you need more value. That's the relationship in solo queue. Is the less value your team has on their abilities, the more value you need. And you can
Oh.
also say like the more they're inting, the more you have to carry, essentially, right?
Oh.
The more
Okay.
mistakes they make, the more you have to pick up the slack. So I want you to watch this and now view it in terms of that, right? We see something bad happen, and then what do we need to do here? Ideally speaking, to give yourself the maximum amount of chance to win this fight.
So I shouldn't have wasted my Q like that
Right? Why? Even though we hit Jax, how could it been
because
better?
if I wanted to win the fight, I should have hit Echo and Jax, but I
Right, right.
guess I
Or
needed
if
to
you
put up
Q,
damage.
you need to kill someone, right?
Yeah,
So what happened? He lived. So
he
you could
lived.
say this is kind of like BS, but at the same time, did you have to use your Q yet in this fight?
No, I should have waited for.
Yeah, and not only that, but he has flash. So
Yeah.
the more higher elo you get, the more they just flash it, right? So you have to outplay their flash somehow. So this is one of those examples where having looking for maximum value on your abilities is gonna help you save these fights. Because like a lot of random BS happened. You got to 1 health and you got triumph, and like things are going really poorly. And the only reason why you're not getting away here is because we stopped to queue, and then now we're trying to chase, and then we got hit by a zap or something, right? And now everything is going to shit. So
Yeah.
that's something that you can take a look at, is how much value are we getting off our abilities. And as a default, what's how do we increase the value or increase the chances of getting good value on your skill shots? Do you want to
Okay.
use it at the first opportunity, somewhere in the middle, or at the last opportunity?
Yeah. Well, I guess it was my bad. I guess I didn't
Well,
think about that. Like using my. I saw Jax and I was like, I want to kill him, but I didn't think about maximizing it to hit Echo too.
it would have been fine if you killed him, right? But
But it was on me.
unfortunately, he didn't die.
Yeah.
Like if you had killed him, you guys are good to go, right? But he didn't die. So a good habit to make sure that we can make sure that those kind of cases never happen is just you can just wait to use your abilities, right? Until it's super free, and then you can use it and it's good, right?
Mhm.
So kind of waiting until you can guarantee value is always a good strategy in solo queue. especially in those cases where it seems like, wow, it was so close. I feel like, it doesn't really matter that match because next time it's not going to be that bad. But actually, it's kind of like what's it called? Like a long-term habit where you don't want anything like that to ever happen, right? You always want to make sure that it's always going to be good, if that makes any sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this Nami is soloing Janna. What's going on here? Oh, okay, Janna is half health. Okay, I was like, what? Excuse me. Also, I think this. Oh, is this a sick trap? Oh, nice. I think you saved Nami there. Okay.
Oh, I missed it.
Sure. No, I think it's pretty good. You use the traps to save Nami. That's pretty good. Oh my, you gotta run. So is this the pattern? Did we see this pattern earlier? What was the pattern?
I don't have flash, and I'm like way overextended.
Sure. But let's talk about in terms of like events that happened. How come you don't have resources? Like what's going on here, basically?
Well, I just used all my abilities.
Right?
Trying to save Nami.
Because they're trying to fight, right?
Yeah.
So what is the first thing the jungler is gonna do?
Well, I should have held on to my abilities more, I think.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that. But like, what is the first thing the junglers are gonna do? Because you say a lot of times you die to the jungler, so this is this is why we're going over it.
I didn't know where Jax was either.
Or like, in terms, like, think of it in terms of what they're thinking. Like, what is Jarvan thinking?
Jarvan? Well, he's looking to come bot, I think.
Yeah, I agree. What about Jax?
He's probably So yeah, Jax is like going bot too. I would.
Yeah, same thing, right? So if you watch here, Jarvan's literally at blue and he's running. He's running down here, right? He's like, oh shit, maybe I can help. / maybe I can kill someone, right? Same thing with Jax. Okay, now this is like the reason why people is like, oh, unlucky jungler's always here, is because they don't recognize this. All right, the jungler is always coming after something happens. I promise you. Okay, jungler, if he's on this side of the map, he's looking at the very least to see if he can get you guys. So that's like a good habit to implement, is make sure that you, after this fight is over, the jungler is coming, right? Or you assume the jungler is coming, right? So it's kind of something that'll something that you kind of see pretty much every time, right? Like not only that, but what did your mid laner do?
She rotated bot, but she just didn't really do. Well, I mean, she helped me push, I guess, but
she thought you guys were getting like chased down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she TP'd to try and save you guys or something. So everyone is looking bot. Okay. Anytime fighting happens, I want you to think the whole enemy team is looking down here, because so far it doesn't seem like you have a problem with fighting at all, in terms of mechanics or like using your abilities or whatever, right? All that seems to be fine so far, at least in this lane.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always like jungler showing up. It could be a surprise, right? It could be something to think about. Not just the jungler, but like even when you're going to help your jungle kill Jax, the enemy bot laner showed up, right? So maybe that might be something you want to take a look at in terms of habit building. But let's keep going. Do you have any questions so far about anything we talked about or anything we didn't talk about?
Oh no, not yet.
Okay, cool. Oh, almost got the auto attack off. Let's try. Sure. We're getting Jax ganked, but we should be okay. Just hit this guy. Oh, goodbye, Nami. He's just that. You just want to run. Oh, okay. We can talk about this. Okay, what do you think?
I think I should have just ran.
Okay, why is that?
Because Nami was already. There's no way Nami could have ran away, and I don't think I could have killed anyone. But maybe at the moment I thought I could like kill Jinx or something, but it was like very unrealistic.
Right? And in terms of like unrealistic or being realistic, how exactly are you going to kill someone as Caitlyn?
Well, I would need to like hit them with my combo, and I wasn't in range of Jinx. I was in range of Jax, so I should have just like left.
Right. And if you were gonna kill Jax, how does that happen?
Well, I could have like trapped him, I guess, but I don't think I like did enough damage like to just like kill Jax there.
Right, let's say like, okay, let's just use this as an example. Let's say this is his, if he's at this health, he dies to EQ combo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean? If we were trying to kill him, do we EQ
Uh,
combo and then auto him to death, or what? How do we do it?
I guess I could EQ, but I didn't have much mana, so I don't think I could have really done anything.
Right. But if, like, let's say, if you had to come up with a solution, how do we do it?
Um,
What's like optimal or ideal?
to kill Jax.
Just like anyone in general. It doesn't have to be Jax. Just like this killing this dude.
I would try to trap them just so he doesn't get on me, like trap myself maybe if he jumped on me. I guess I just don't see
Right.
myself doing enough damage to him here to
Yeah, I
kill
mean
him.
it's pretty much impossible, right? But this is kind of similar to the time where you try to kill Jax in the river.
Oh, okay.
In the sense that if you're gonna kill them with abilities, would you rather use your abilities first in the like before they die, or are you gonna use it to kill them? Which one is better and why?
I think I would want to start like autoing him and use my abilities last, I think.
Okay, why is that?
Because that'll maximize the damage, I believe, and also if I use my EQ last, then I think I can kite him more like that.
Sure, those are pretty true. Why does it maximize damage? Because physically
Um,
speaking, against a target dummy, it doesn't maximize damage, right?
mhm.
Whether you auto attack first or combo first or whatever, it's still the same within like a 5-second window.
Well, I guess the way I see it is, I could like kite him more, so that makes it matter to me, I guess.
Okay, and if I said it's because he's human, does that help at
Yeah,
all?
yeah,
Why is being human important here instead of like a robot?
because he's gonna make mistakes.
What kind of mistake are we trying to abuse here?
Maybe he'll go in too deep for me.
Yeah. Okay, think about like Syndra, for example, right? When does she use ulti? You're gonna use ulti last, because by the
Yeah.
time she uses it, you're dead as hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus if she uses it first on you, what are you gonna do?
Just keep going, I guess. Well,
Wait, if Syndra ultis you, you're gonna keep chasing her?
well, if she like, I thought you just meant like if she just ulted me and didn't do any damage.
Okay, if she ultis you and you're at 100 health, what do you do?
Run away.
You run, right? How can
Yeah.
she catch you? Sometimes she can't. But let's say she does 100 damage to you and auto attacks first, and then she ultis you. There's a difference, right? That's
Yeah.
kind of like what I'm trying to show here is that this idea of if you want to try and kill someone, then you need to use your abilities last, right? Like we saw in the river fight, right? That's the whole way to get better ability value. Okay, now why does this matter in a gank, right? What do you think? What is our goal here? When you see this
Um,
Jax show up, what is your job? Boom,
I
right here.
should just dip. Well, when I saw him there, I guess at first I thought like, could we fight this? But then I saw the Janna tornado and I saw them like following up, and I was like, oh, they're Nami's dead.
Can we fight this? Right? That is the first reaction for most ganks, right? And based on what we just talked about, how do you know if you can fight it or not?
Um, well, I don't have mana, and
Well, make it more basic. Remember, what do we just say? If we want to kill someone with Caitlyn specifically, what's our basic way to do it?
uh, auto them first,
Auto them until when?
and then use my abilities. I guess I could have started autoing Jax
Right?
possibly,
Right?
and then he probably would have kept chasing me, and then I could use my EQ.
Right. So that's what we're looking for. Is that if you're gonna kill him, if there's ever a way to do it, this is it. Right? You get him into EQ combo range, and then you EQ him in the face. Now, when do we know that it's not possible?
When he jumps on Nami, so he's not even chasing me at this point.
Right. So you hit him twice, and you're like, obviously he's not gonna die. Right. But what happens if you use Q and he's not gonna die?
If I use Q and what?
If you use your Q here, let's say like we're saying if we're trying to find something here, we're just gonna auto attack them first until they're
Yeah.
low, right? Now what happens if you auto attack them, they don't get low, but you try and Q them anyways?
Well,
Like here.
I'm just standing still at this point. It's really bad.
Exactly. So yeah, what happens when you stand still?
I get shit on.
Right, because you have to burn flash. You like kind of stun yourself, right? So you're like dying, right? So you see, it's kind of like an interesting idea of what are you trying to do here, is the question. And you say we're trying to kill Jax, or we're trying to turn on Jax. Okay, the way we do it is important, right? Because if we use
Yes.
our abilities first, there's no way it's gonna happen. So if there's ever a way it's gonna happen, we need to auto attack them all the way down until we can combo them to death with whatever combo we have, right? So
Yes.
and then let's say we realize we can't kill them. What should we do now?
Run away.
Yeah, just run. Perfect, right? So if there's ideas with ganks, it might be the thing you're trying to do versus like the thing you think you should be doing, right? Like you think you can try and turn, but then the way you try and kill him doesn't really quite make sense, right? Because it never works. Versus if you should just run, but you stay to try and kill him anyways for some reason, right? You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like what kind of having a clear idea of what you're supposed to be doing, and then maybe if you can kill them, there's only one way to do it, really, right? Abilities last, usually
Yes.
speaking, unless of course there are exceptions, like let's say for example they have flash. So if you use your ability last, they're gonna flash it, right? So you need to somehow trick them into getting hit. But so the idea is very much when the jungler ganks, the first priority is what?
Get their flash.
uh
No.
if the jungler is ganking you, what is
Oh.
the first thing you want to make sure doesn't happen?
Well, I don't want to like be in their face or.
Like in terms of like result, like what do you want out of it?
Oh, I don't want to like lose my flash or at least die.
Yeah, you don't want to die, right? Is kind of baseline. And then once you can make sure you're not dying, then what? We're looking to try and turn, right? And
Yeah.
if we're trying to turn, abilities last. So just auto attack. So just use combo last, right? So it's kind of like it's less about like Caitlyn and Nami and whatever, and more about these patterns, right? Where it doesn't matter who's ganking or what the situation is. That's like that the thought process you want is I want out, and can I turn? And if I try and turn, we're gonna try and surprise burst them pretty much every time, right?
Yes.
So that's kind of like the pattern we're looking for, is how you react when something happens, right? So I mean, we haven't even died to a gank, so maybe it's not even a problem. But it's just things that I want you to keep in mind as we keep watching, because if it is a recurring theme, then maybe it's something we want to take a look at, right? So here, this is really good. We see it's like the same story, right?
Yeah.
Except this time, this Jax is inting. Because like, let's say you throw all these abilities in his face, and then he just walks away, right? He could just walk away here, right? But
Yeah.
thankfully for us, he's just running it down, so we're good to go. We see how like, it doesn't matter what the situation is like. This kind of pattern is gonna work every time, right? We save our abilities last to kill him, and we're just gonna auto attack him to death or auto attack him down, right? That way we can surprise him. So yeah, if you thought this Q was gonna land 100%, go for it, right? But if there's any doubt, you should definitely save it, I think. And let's keep going. Let's keep going. I want to see some. Man, this is just spicy. Ah. Oh my god, she's gonna ulti, by the way. Oh my god, Nami blocked. Nice. Oh shit, she flashed the bubble. Oh, there it is. This is an example. How is this an example of what we just talked about? This right here.
Yeah, the E was unnecessary. Oh,
Is
at
it
least
unnecessary?
I could have saved it longer, I think,
Remember, what's the idea behind saving it? Until when?
auto first, and then when they're like when it's free. Well, it was free, but like I guess I just wanted to auto her more and then use my E if I needed to.
Right? I think you needed to, right? We always
Yeah.
say we use it at the last second to debate, and then we kill them. So
Yeah.
does this look like E at the last second to debate and kill them?
To me, I was kind of really low. I didn't know if Nami had W up.
No, yeah, it looks like it is to me, right? We're doing it
Yeah.
at the last second. So how come Jinx dies without getting anyone? Oh, he got debated, right? That's kind of
Yeah.
that's what you want to go for, okay? Especially with Caitlyn Q. with Caitlyn Q, it's the hardest one to do because for us Caitlyn players, you kind of just shoot it out whenever slash at bad times and you get stuck, right? So
Yeah.
that's really the main one. With net, I think it's pretty natural for us. Oh, we're so dead here. Oh, the TP, we're not dead. Let's go, baby. Wait, you need to put some traps down. Hold up. Okay, there's a fat Q somewhere. Sure. 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 You guys dead as hell. Nice. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, so we have our lead, and then you say, what do I do with this lead, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So what do you think are some things you can do with a lead?
Push bot and possibly go mid. It looks like Dragon is about to be up.
Okay, so let's say okay, what's our main goal in the mid game?
In the mid game?
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
Apply pressure.
Okay, how do we do that?
Take turrets.
So
Or
if you say I want a turret right now, are they gonna give it to you?
no.
Okay, so how do you how do we apply pressure to their turret?
I'm gonna kill them.
I mean, yeah, actually, in solo queue, if you kill them, you could do that. But let's say no one's dying, okay? In an even state, how do we do it? Here's the hint. You're doing it right now.
Shove, get prio.
Right, we're pushing, right? So let's say you have you say, you know, we have an advantage, we're winning, and then you want to, you know, make your advantage bigger. What's the first step we do? Oh, we want to shove, ideally speaking, right? Not that we should always shove, but that's the ideal, right? Because you want to push. Man, someone's tilted or something. Someone started a surrender vote. You don't want to fight that, by the way. You want to run. Uh-oh. You want to run. Oh, shit. You're almost dying there. Feels bad. Okay, let's back it up. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Because, honestly, at this level, it doesn't even matter if you push because something like this is happening, right? So, let's talk about the fighting. Let's talk about the PvP. You know, PvP is going to be the juicy stuff. The meat of the game, I think. So, while you're watching this, what do you think? In
I don't know.
terms of how we're playing,
What?
is there anything you want to change here?
I think I should have just backed off.
When did you know you should back off?
As soon as Jarvan died, I think, or
Jarvan's dead here and you're backing off, no?
also Darius died too. Maybe I should have backed off then. They had more people, I believe.
Okay, I want you to pinpoint kind of the moment here because this is gonna be important.
Um,
This is very classic in solo queue. Let me do a half speed.
I think I should have backed off there.
Here?
Yeah.
Are you still trying to kill Echo?
Yes.
I mean, do you think there's a reasonable chance we can get something?
Possibly could kill
Yeah.
Echo.
I think we can hit him, see where it leads, right? Let's keep going.
Okay.
Okay, how about now?
Jarvan flashed. I should have just backed off.
Well, before, why do we say you could keep going?
Because we could have possibly killed Echo, but he ulted. Jarvan ulted, and then he had to flash.
How about now?
Pike's coming, and
well, just like at this picture. Can you guys get anything?
Not really.
Right, I don't really see it. Right. So what happens if you chase? But there's nothing you can really get.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah. You've seen this. You've seen this story before, right? You guys just die. Whoever's chasing is trolling, right? Essentially.
Yeah.
So chasing is bad. Okay. So at what point is it? At what point is this a chase? Like, why is it a team fight and not a chase? Like, what's the difference? What do you think?
Well, we're outnumbered, I think. Diana's bot, and
it could be 3v3 and it could still be a chase, right? Like, what makes it a chase?
Well, I think at this point I'm just running away.
Okay, here's like the baseline, right? So let's say you're playing Ashe and you have ulti. If you ulti them, is this a chase? Like kind of, right? But we're like engaging
Yeah.
in a sense, right? We have a reasonable way to catch up. And if you stun someone, you're gonna kill them. No problem. Okay, let's say now you're playing Kog'Maw. What's the difference between Ashe and Kog'Maw? If you press W and you walk at them, what happens?
Wait, who am I playing?
You're playing Kog'Maw now.
Kog'Maw? Oh, I get slowed, right?
Yeah, you could get slowed, right? But let's say they just walk away. What are you gonna do about it?
Keep chasing them.
And then what happens when you chase? I mean, when do you catch up?
I guess I don't see it. I guess
Right.
nothing
So
happened.
with Ashe, we do catch up because we have arrow, right? With Kog'Maw, do we catch up?
No.
So if they ever turn around, what does that mean?
If Kog'Maw, or if I turn around and
No. Let's say they're running away in a straight line, right? And you chase after them as Kog'Maw, and then they're just gonna walk straight to their fountain, right? You can't really do anything about it. So you're never gonna get anything out of this, right?
No.
Let's say they turn around, even though you're chasing. That probably means they have some kind of turn or something, right? So no matter what, it's gonna be bad, essentially, right? So I want to. So let's say it's not Kog'Maw, right? We're playing Caitlyn now. How do we catch up?
Autoing them. We could like in the scenario that I'm chasing them.
Yeah. Is there a way for us to reasonably catch up?
Not really, because I can't really like get them. I think
I agree, right? There's no way. That's how we know this is the spot where you should just back off, right? Because you said before you wanted to back off, so we're trying to figure out at what point in general do we know we should back off, and it's when we're chasing, right? So it becomes a matter of you're trying to keep the fight going, but what happens if you recognize they run away in a straight line, you chase in a straight line, you can't catch up to them? What does that mean? We should just stop, right?
Yeah.
So what else can you do here besides chasing?
What else can I do instead of chasing? Back off?
Yeah, because let's say we can't catch up. What should we do?
We should back off because we can't catch them.
And then what?
Like kite back, I guess.
Well, they're not necessarily chasing you guys, right? So like we could maybe push mid, we could push top, or like if they want to do dragon, maybe we can stop them from doing dragon, something like that, right? But basically we want like an outcome that isn't like doomed, essentially, because you guys walking in here is super doomed, right?
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, on a scale of like 1 to 10, how possible is this? With 10 being you're gonna kill them all.
I don't think it was very possible that we could have killed them at all.
This is like a 0, right? It's like Jarvan's running it down or something, and we're following. So yeah, very much like kind of being able to recognize these PvP situations is I think going to be how you extend your lead, right? Is you're strong. How do we make sure we don't lose fights, right? Instead of before we apply pressure to towers by pushing and stuff. I think this is more likely to happen, right? People randomly dying, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about this too. This is pretty funny. So what are they doing here?
They're pushing with like no minion. Well, I cleared the wave and they're still like, I don't know. I saw Janna there and I just it's like she's dead.
And how come don't they have more people?
Yeah, but they don't have a wave anymore, or barely had a wave.
Yeah, so this is also another common pattern you can recognize. Is Seiging is not good unless they can't stop you. Okay, that's something you can take away from solo queue as well. Is every time you see this is probably an easy punish somewhere, and every time you siege, it's the opposite. There's an easy punish on you guys. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay, hold up. There's some spicy stuff going on here. Back it up. Okay, your team wanted you to do dragon, right? Okay, let's back it up. Okay, let's talk about this. So your team wants you to do dragon. What do you do?
Well, I was pathing there, but the bush was not warded, so I didn't know where they were.
Is there any way to get them to show up on the map? Is there anything you can do to make them show up on the map?
Anything I do to what?
Make them show up, because you said it's like not warded, so you can't see anyone, right?
Oh, I could have pushed mid, I think, and gotten the tower, possibly.
Right, we can push mid, right? Because then, you know, if they're hiding here, they're losing minions, so you don't care. And if they show up, then they're not in the bush, right? No problem. So default is push mid. So this is actually wrapping back around to, you said you had a lead. What do I do with it? This is what you do, okay? If you can push this to apply pressure to the tower, and then go help the dragon or warding or whatever, that's the ideal, right? And we can also talk about the other part about pushing mid. Why else do you want to push mid besides creating pressure?
Well, so they can possibly like go defend and I don't get caught jungle.
Okay, I mean, right, I would say that's part of that. Like as an ADC or a solo laner, why is pushing desirable?
Well, I want to get like priority and
besides that,
I want to farm.
Okay, you want to farm, right? You need gold, you need income.
Yeah.
So that's the other reason, right? So that's actually the main reason, is so we can make some goddamn money, right? Otherwise broke unless they int into us, which is what they're doing. Nice. I think for like our discussion on ability value and stuff like that, you have no problems with net. That was really good too, right? No problems. I think it's just self-stunning during a fight or when they're ganking you. That's probably like the main thing to look at, if there is a main thing to look at for mechanics, right? So okay, we're back on the map, and then we're doing Rift Herald. Okay, let's talk about this because we saw this before, right? Why are we talking about this?
We see Echo, Janna, Bot. And then we see Pyke and Jinx mid. So I guess this is like kind of free.
Okay. Why is it is it free? What are you losing here?
Well, they shove mid, but we get Herald.
Is there a problem?
I don't. Well, they could have gotten mid tower, I guess. That would have been. I don't know if that would have been like a worth trade for Herald.
Right. Is there any way we can keep mid tower and get the Herald?
Oh, okay. I see. I didn't like shove mid.
You need to shove mid. Actually, you did shove mid. So why does this not work?
They responded quickly, probably.
Oh, say again. What spawned quickly?
I said Jinx responded quickly and she shoved back.
That's not quite it, right? Okay, let's back it up here. How long have the minions been fighting mid?
For a little. Well, yeah, they were there for. It looks like the wave is pushing into us.
Okay, let's try this. How do you buy yourself the most time to go do Rift Herald?
Continue pushing.
Possibly. Like when do we? What's the ideal moment to push?
Take mid tower. Possibly.
Like let's say, in terms of like the minion wave coming in, right? Let's say the minion wave has been fighting for like a while here, and we push. How much time do we have before we have to come back mid?
Till the next wave comes?
Yes, till the next wave comes. Okay, so how do you give yourself the most amount of time to go do Rift Herald? Or whatever you want.
Well, I think I would want to push another wave, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Right when a wave appears here, you want to kill it immediately, right? Yeah. So even though you pushed mid here, why didn't this work in terms of timing? Because I need
to push the next wave too.
Right, because this wave has been here for a while, right?
Yeah.
To buy yourself the most time, you kill the wave right when it comes, right? Not right when you get there, because you got here and then the other wave is already coming in, right? So if you want to work on like mid game wave management stuff, that's this in a nutshell, right? How do you buy yourself enough time to pressure stuff on the map? Is push right when the minions get there, right? And if you get there in the middle, in between like minion spawns, you can stay another wave, no problem. So, okay, all this is good. Wow, that was a nice net. Dude, these nets are actually amazing. So mechanically speaking, you don't really have any problems. Oh, is this the Q? Oh, is that what we're talking about or what? That's literally what we were talking about, right? So team fights, no problem. Okay, maybe it was just like the early game / laning, but that was beautiful, right? Is this literally not what we were discussing? It was really good. So it's not a matter of like people not being able to do it. It's a matter of can you do it every time? That's what I want you to think. If it's mechanical stuff, I want you to think you're going for it every time. That was really good. I'll give that one a 10 out of 10. That was amazing. That Jax thought he was getting away, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit, he must be tilted. Wow, these nets are actually amazing too. Very nice. Good. These okay. We gotta run. We can talk about this. What do you think?
I think Darius is already like dead.
Let me back it up a little bit here, okay? Okay.
Oh, we didn't take the tower.
Okay. So you couldn't get the tower. Now what?
We needed to back off.
Right. And why is that?
They reset and came back.
Yeah, so what did you guys do in the meantime while they were resetting and coming back?
Pushing, I guess, but we didn't get the tower, so that was kind of bad.
But like they came back with like full health and mana and stuff, right? What were you guys doing?
We were low, and
yeah, so you got. I mean, I don't know, right? You can't stay essentially, right?
Mhm.
So you just need to run, but it's okay. It wasn't really started by you. This Darius is kind of he just wanted to fight or something. I don't know. So, but that's definitely something to look out for, right? Is sieging. Remember the mistake that Jenna made back at your mid tower, right? This is exactly how it happens. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, is this about to be a disaster? Oh, you're actually dying here, by the way. Oh my god, so you guys do die. Wait a minute. Kill everyone, Diana. Okay, this is getting really weird. But if there is like mid-game stuff, you want to make sure you keep your lead. It's that when you siege, what condition must be met?
What?
Like when you siege, back up. So this is like not really desirable. What just happened here, right? Well, so after we kill them, this is your time to take the tower. Let's say you don't take it in time. What's the next step?
Well, I guess I want to reset, so I don't
we don't want to stay. Yeah. Exactly. There are always exceptions to every rule, right? So when can you stay?
If not, I think if not all of them were there, possibly could have gotten the tower, but
okay, if you could, I mean, if their bot lane's like somewhere else for some reason, maybe, right? But you do run the risk of them rotating mid. So like, what was the main reason why this is a problem? You told me earlier.
Well, I think like we have two people that are really low. Darius is low on mana.
Right, exactly. So what's the exception to our?
If we're not low?
Yeah, if you guys have full everything, everything is on. All ultis, all mana, all health, we're good to go. We can keep going, right? But that's kind of the check you need to make before you guys just keep going automatically, right? So yeah, there's just not your fault that Darius turned, but definitely something to look out for because sometimes you just need to leave, right? Instead of like trying to keep this going. Man, they actually ran you guys down. That's insane. Feels bad. Oh my god, did you guys lose this? Wow, you guys actually lost that fight, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how to keep a lead in a nutshell is we just don't, don't run it down and then punish when they run it down essentially, right? And if they're not running it down, we push waves to create pressure, right? Easy. Easy to remember, right? Oh, okay, nice. Easy kills. I don't know what they're doing, but we go Baron, right? Oh. Maybe we don't go Baron. Okay, we can push mid, that's fine. Getting inhib is good. Good. Wow, this game is like over. I just want to see some more team fights. Okay. Sure. We did talk about this a little, right? Back it up here. What part about this did we talk about?
I don't know if I needed to flash, but I kind of freaked out. Thought he was gonna like one-shot me.
Yeah, I think flashing is reasonable. This man's in your face, right?
Yeah.
He
Oh, I
actually is killing
used
you.
my. I should have held on to my ability, my E.
Okay, look at Jax's health. Is
Yeah.
that the same in the river or what?
Yeah.
It's actually the same, right? So
Yeah.
how about this? How about this pike? Is that similar?
Yeah.
It's pretty similar, right? So if there is like a easy tip for just killing playing is holding on to Q, right?
Yeah.
So until it's like you can find something, until you can find something essentially, because they're gonna get scared and run away, and then you can't do anything. There are exceptions to that, but you know, just as a good rule of thumb is holding on to it, right? Okay, it's still good. Not that it's bad or anything. It's that if you want maximum maximum power, that's how you get it. Okay, let's keep going. It's free Baron. You guys just end, right? Yeah, this game is pretty smooth. If there were things that went wrong, what happened in this game?
What was that?
If there were like things that went wrong in this game, what were they?
Sometimes I use my abilities when I shouldn't have.
True,
My
but you didn't really, you know. Okay, you may have lost one fight because of that, but do you think that's like a major problem in your gameplay?
no.
Yeah, I don't think so either, right? You're not losing games off that. You know what I
I
mean?
think my like rotations and like how I manage waves is like the biggest problem, I think. Or when I
Right?
use like my flash, possibly, I don't know.
Right? Maybe pushing waves, you know, like you said, rotations. When do we go help the objectives, right? We do it
Yeah.
after, right when the wave comes in, not necessarily right when we get to lane. I think there was another big one too, though, in terms of these fights. Remember, there's like a potentially spooky spot here. Oh, no, let me back it up, bro. In the mid lane, do you remember that fight?
Um
This one here.
yeah. Oh, you mean when I died oh wait, no. When I flashed because I
Right?
didn't have vision and it's because I didn't push the wave
Not
potentially.
that one. The one where Jarvan died. You remember that one?
Oh, I didn't know when to like leave the fight.
Right. And what did we decide, or what did we come up with? When do you
Um,
realize you need
if
to
we
you need to
can't
not?
catch them, or I think it
Yeah.
was if we can't catch them, we don't chase them.
Yes. If you cannot catch up, if it's impossible to catch up, don't chase. Right.
Okay.
That's like the bottom line. Right. And then was there another one? I think that was like a lot. That was like a lot of it. Oh, the mid thing with Darius. We'll say that's like it's not like a problem yet, unless we see it more often. But yeah, that's pretty much like those are pretty much the big things. And even then, you know, we did pretty good, right? So
Yeah,
I'm thinking we still haven't really seen the main problem or a main problem. Um,
I
do you
think
use
I
EQ
played.
combo somewhere? Okay. Oh, you see what we mean though, right? Or the
Yeah,
whole abilities abilities last, otherwise they're just gonna run away, right? So always a good thing to keep in mind of in terms of mechanics. Okay, let's watch this. Raven's inting. Oh my god, your Shen is inting. Oh no, you need to run.
I try to slow him maybe to like I don't know help
Give it a
Shen, but I
try.
think he was dead.
Dunzo. Okay, we can talk about this. It's also not really a major thing yet, but when you see this happen, yes, what do you think?
Run
How come?
possibly because he flashed into them and he looks like he's like dead. Like
Right? If
we
there's
don't.
like there's like a 2v2 all in going on, right? When do you aim to support versus the ADC?
Um, I guess when it's like guaranteed kill.
Okay, let's say this Nami is guaranteed. If you flash for this, you're gonna kill her, right?
Yeah,
Why is that bad?
because Raven's just like following me for free.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right? So if you aim the ADC, I mean, if you aim the support and you can kill them, sometimes it's not okay. So when is it okay?
When the ADC isn't there to hit me?
Or
Hmm.
let's say
If I
this is
can,
Ezreal.
if it's Ezreal, oh, when he used all his abilities,
Yeah,
I guess.
when they can't kill you. Yeah,
Yeah.
right? So for whatever reason. And let's say we can kill the ADC. You pretty much can do that whenever you want, right? In a 2v2 situation. So in this case, what should we do here?
Back off because Draven is like just hitting us for free and Shen's dead.
Well, Draven's gonna be hitting Shen, no?
Yeah. Oh well, I
What?
guess I could have hit. Oh, I just don't know if I should have like hit Draven instead because I felt like maybe we could have killed Nami, but I wasn't paying attention to Draven's heal.
Right. So it's a good try to aim Nami, right? But then the rest of the time we hit Draven, right? So
Yeah.
not really a big deal either, right? It's just something to look at in case there are a lot of 2v2 ideas. Whereas we aim the ADC on instinct, right? But I think you had a good chance of trying to kill Nami there. I think Shen just inted. You're just doing the best you can in a bad situation. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this lane is now pretty hard, no? Feels bad. Okay, let's watch this. Oh my god, he got destroyed. Oh, that was a sick net. I mean, sorry, a sick trap, I should say. Nami's trolling, no?
She's killing me.
Actually killing you. What do we say about net, by the way? Now, based on like mechanical stuff we talked about, what would you do differently here?
Um, I used my E. I should have just kept autoing her, and I think it wouldn't have been
Yeah,
as close.
yeah. And then when you realize you're dying, then you can net away. Or if you realize you can kill her, then you net her in the face, right?
Yeah.
We never use it first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much almost never first. It's like your play. I want you to think it's like your playmaking ability. And of course, since a fight happens, what happened? All the junglers came bot, right?
Oh yeah.
So if there is
Sorry.
like a, I mean, we haven't seen you die to a gank yet. So you say there's a problem with ganks, but if there is, it's this idea, right? Right
Mm-hmm.
after a fight happens, I want you to consider the junglers. That's like a good habit to have, right? So
Yeah.
right after bot lane fight happens, the first thing we can think about is jungle. Is he coming? Right? Let me watch this. Oh, nice try on the follow up, but sometimes it happens. Oh, Shen's just dead. Oh, heal? Oh no!
Oh yeah. I guess I kind of Pepega too.
Alright, okay, we can talk
I'm
about
choked.
this. So I think mechanics are coming into to play here a little bit. Like, what kind of mechanics are we talking about here?
I just like used E for like I missed my E, I think. Um,
Yeah, we missed E, right? And
yeah,
even
and
if you hit it, would it have killed him?
it wouldn't have, so I should have held on to it. I think I should have like maybe committed more. Oh, I had heal. Maybe I could have saved Shen too, but
Right, but you
I
heal
think I was
you
just
netted yourself out of range, right? So you see, like
yeah,
one problem leads to the other. So
yeah.
yeah, maybe there is a mechanical idea we can look at it to help your fights, and it's save your abilities until the last second. Okay,
Hmm.
that's gonna help a lot. So if you're trying to do something, save your abilities to the last second. Right, like this Nami, you actually had it here, except you just missed, right? But that's the idea we're looking for, is at the last second. It's not that you can't do it, it's that sometimes you don't do it for whatever reason, right?
Hmm.
So you can come up with some kind of like rule. Like when you get the feeling to use your net or your Q, you ask yourself, can I wait?
Hmm.
Right? If you can wait, you should wait. Pretty much always, right? Okay, let's keep going. I want to see some out of lane stuff because I think in lane you're not really losing the game in lane, right? Nice trap. We don't have enough damage. Feels bad, by the way. So you can't kill this guy.
Oh,
You're just dead here, no? What? Where's Draven going? Okay, we can talk about this. How do I know you don't have enough damage?
huh?
How did I know you didn't have enough damage?
I didn't want. Oh, that we lose.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, Shen died. I got bubbled and ignited,
More
and I
basic
didn't.
than that.
Oh,
How do we kill people? Remind me.
damage. I didn't have damage, I guess.
How do we kill people as Caitlyn? I should say. Since
I didn't have. I didn't save my abilities, or
you
I
did
didn't
though.
auto them for. Did I? Oh, I
Did check
thought
it
I.
out. Well, we queued to follow to get the follow up, and we're autoing him right as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? How come we couldn't kill him?
My support died. So Nami was like,
So our condition, we said that if we want to kill someone, we use our abilities at the last second, right?
yeah, and we
We need
didn't
to,
kill him at the last seconds.
yeah, we need to auto them down first, right? So what happens if you realize you can't auto them down?
I think I should have just like realized that I would have lost there. Because I couldn't kill Draven.
Right? If you can't auto them down into combo range, what happens? Well, you try and fight anyways.
Like who I'm trying to fight?
So remember, we're like, if we want to kill someone, we're gonna auto them a bunch of times until they're low, and then we're gonna use our net or our Q or whatever, right? So what happens if you don't get to auto them down?
Then we don't use. Oh, I guess like it wouldn't be effective to use like my abilities because we're not going to kill them.
Right, but now they run you down. Right? Do you see the problem?
Yeah.
So what's the problem here?
I wasn't able to get enough damage off, I think.
Right, so we just need to run, right?
Yeah.
So it's very much connected with how you kill people is pretty specific, right? You just hit them until they get low, then use abilities, right? So if you realize you can't get them low with auto attacks, you can't kill them, so you're just gonna die, right? So that's kind of like a very much a Caitlyn thing, is that a lot of times you can't auto attack them down, because it's not like, you know, he could have given you 7 more hits and he still would have lived. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really close. So if you find yourself like it's thinking, hey, this is not even close, you can abandon ship, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you think? How do you fix this idea? Or is this something you want to change, or not really? Not a big deal.
Yeah, I think I should like learn to like realize when I don't win anymore, because I think that messed me up like
Right. Realize when it's no longer winning, I guess, right? So like even when you're chasing over here, right? Or this mid lane part over here, or even in these 2v2 ideas, maybe it's a habit of, when can we realize this is no longer a good idea, right? So what do you think?
Yeah.
How can we recognize that? Like, let's say if the habit is we wanna peace out, right? What's the trigger in game? Trigger being like, this tells us you need to leave.
If I couldn't like auto them down.
Yeah. And how fast do you need to do it?
How fast what?
How fast do you need this to happen? You said auto them down to whatever. Whatever, right?
I guess if I like auto them and use my abilities. Well, I guess if I'm not able to auto them, then I should just like not. I should just back off, probably.
Let's say we could say something like, we need a maybe we can't find something yet. Maybe we just need more examples, right? In this case, it was like we literally couldn't kill him on the engage. So, you know, and if you couldn't finish him afterwards, there's no way you can kill him, right? Oh, that's free kill, easy clap. The Darius one was, you know, there's no way for us to kill anyone. We're just trying to kite, and then you ended up kiting it out, right? Which is okay. And then the third one was the mid lane one, where you guys were chasing, right? And that case is different too, where it's like, you know, if you can't catch up to them, don't chase. So maybe it's not. Maybe in general, it's like, when do we realize this is not winning, right? but maybe the habits are all different. Oh, this guy's dead as hell. Very nice. Very good. Let's keep going. I want to see some more examples here before we kind of come up with anything definitive. Oh, this is interesting. You said there's a problem with ganks, but it doesn't seem like you're dying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had kills here. Okay, now you know, based on what we went over today, how do you kill them here? This could be a triple, right?
Yeah.
So how do you do it?
Auto them. Save my Q.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah.
You just auto them down first, okay? Remember, when you want to kill them, you use abilities last. Yeah. Unless you don't really have a choice, like you need a combo off stun or something, right? When given a choice, you want to save it to the last second, right? That's gonna help a lot. It's like mechanically speaking. Okay.
I think I trolled here going back.
Oh, you have no abilities. Oh. Okay, I mean we can take a look at this. Dude, this game is like so whack. Their inhib is like gone. I mean we can talk about this. Okay. What's the problem with this?
I should have just backed off there. I didn't have anything up.
Didn't have any abilities up, right? So don't fight, right? So maybe it is an idea of how do we recognize we don't want to fight? I think that's a good way to put it, right? How can we recognize we don't want to fight? So this one's basic. When you have no abilities, the default is don't fight, right?
Yeah.
If you're chasing and you can't catch up, we don't want to fight, right? And if you're trying to follow up on a teammate, but you literally don't have enough damage, we don't want to fight, right? So maybe we can come up with some kind of habits like that, right? So here's a good one. Here's a good one right here. So here's the trigger. What's the trigger here?
I don't have abilities and I can't catch them.
What were you trying to do here?
I don't know. Like I guess I thought that I would be fine, but I wasn't because they knew I didn't have anything up, and they're like, "This is free."
Okay, here we go. So this is a good trigger. Is some kind of PvP interaction. I have no clue. Like maybe you're trying to get back to the tower. You're obviously not trying to hit them, right? Because we can see where your mouse is. So maybe you're trying to go back to stuff as normal. So you could say a good trigger is like there's about to be some PvP fighting going on here, right? So that could be your trigger. And then when that happens, insert habit here. Yeah. So what do we want our new habit to be if there's about to be a fight?
Well, I want to like pay attention to my abilities, and also it looks like they have a person on us, so I just want to back on. Right.
And let's say we want to encompass more than just our abilities, because sometimes you have all your abilities but you don't want to fight, right? Here's like what question do you ask yourself when enemies are nearby?
Well, we don't win because they have an extra person, I think.
Right. So you could say something like, do I even want to fight here? You can ask yourself this.
Yeah.
And based on whatever reasoning you come up with, it's a yes or no. Right? And if it's a no, you wanna like run or kite it out. And if it's a yes, you can like walk up. Right? You see how that works? Where every time there's about to be PvP, you can double check yourself here to make sure that you don't fight. Because in all the examples we saw earlier, anytime there was a fight, what did we choose? Anytime there was PvP going on, what did we end up doing?
Dying? Or...
Well, we didn't always die, right? Sometimes you won fights. But every time something happened, you always tried to fight.
Yeah.
Or you always tried to help. Or there's always some kind of like, we're trying to do something here. Right? So if you insert this layer of double checking yourself, then it could help a lot in terms of making sure we're not taking these fights we shouldn't be, right? What do you think? Do you think what do you think is a better habit we can insert here? Anytime there's PvP about to happen.
I could think if it's winnable.
Okay, that's a good one, right? Whatever you think makes the most sense to you, honestly, right? The one I use is, what am I trying to do here? But really, you could say if it's winnable, or if it's free, or do I want to fight, or anything like that, right? And you can use whatever tricks you want to evaluate that, right? Like numbers advantage or something. Oh my god, what happened here?
Oh my god, I entered.
Oh my god. Like here, for example, when you see this, do you want to fight? That would be our
No.
example. Okay, perfect, right? That's it. You say, okay, I just want the tower. I don't want to fight. And that
Yeah.
will prevent you from doing some strange stuff. You know what I mean? Like going in on the dive like this, right? Because you literally just said you didn't want to fight, and then we're helping this fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like the difference is that instead of automatically hoping, we can insert this line of questioning of, do I even want this, right? Because I don't think it's necessarily like a single problem that you're having. It's more of sometimes when these fights break out, they're really poor, and sometimes when they break out, they're like pretty good. So what's the difference between the two? And can you spot the difference before you fight, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a really bad fight.
Like here's like another one, right? It's like, oh, do you want to fight here? Like there's about to be PvP interaction. What happens if a fight breaks out? What's your plan?
Well, they're under tower, and I don't want to dive them, so I want the tower.
Yeah, you can base it off that, right? If a fight breaks out, you said you didn't want to dive. You can play like that, right? If a fight breaks out, you know what you're gonna do, right? You will kind of want to come up with like what your strategy is. Like let's say sometimes if a fight breaks out, the default is what we want to kite, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe coming up with your plan before the event happens could help a lot too. And the trigger for it is anytime there's people around, anytime the enemy team is nearby, could be the trigger because you know your team is always going to want to fight. Like, oh, a team fight breaks out, what do we do? Right? We can kite, which is the default, which is good. What you're doing here. But before, sometimes it doesn't work because when you kite, you still die. Like your team had no health, so it's actually like 4v3 or something, right? So I think this is a good habit you can work on because it seems like, you know, in terms of like fighting and stuff, we seem to be doing fine, right? Mechanically speaking, I think. I don't know what you think, but I think mechanically speaking, you're not really losing games off mechanically speaking. Like if you were to lose a game, it's because somehow we randomly died, right?
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Let's finish up this replay, but I think that's like a main habit you could work on. Is this idea? Oh, okay. This is the other one too. This is the other one we talked about. If you want to go to dragon, what do we ideally want to do first?
Oh, I should have shoved mid more.
Yeah, exactly. So here's another habit. Every time you want an objective, what do you ask yourself?
If I have cryo, I guess. Like if I push the mid.
Yes, if you pushed first, right? That's gonna help a lot, right? And if they are pushing, what do you do?
Stop and go shove back.
Yeah, clear before you go. All right, let's say they're the ones doing the dragon, and their ADC pushed mid. You clear mid, and then you go home, right? So this is a mid game wave management habit you can work on too. Is when you when you want to help an objective, did I push first, right? So that's a good one to do. You can also say when you base, did I push first? Because you're also losing minions here, right? If you want like 10 CS a minute, this is how you do it. So, because like check it out. So see these minions mid, right? You see it on the minimap.
Yeah.
Okay. By the time you get to lane, what happened?
It's already pushing for some.
Yeah, they all died, so you lost a bunch of money there, right?
Yeah.
That's just something to consider. Is it's not that you're wrong in that you want to help your team get these objectives and stuff. That's absolutely what you should be doing. You're just missing a step, right? So you know, it's not that you think of things differently. It's think the same thing, add one thing on top of it, right? And all this is easy. Seems good. Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, here's like a good example. Kind of maybe not a good example, but kind of strange. Okay, if fight breaks out, what do you do? What's your plan?
Auto, like not use my hold on to my abilities.
Well, in terms of like plan, it's like chase, kite, right? Like what's the strategy?
I think here I kite.
Okay, why is that?
Because I can't I can't chase them past their like nexus tower.
Hey, now you know why ADC is always kite, right? It's because you can't really do. There aren't that many options otherwise, right? And if you can chase them, it comes from later. And how do we know we can kite?
Um.
How do we know if we kite? This is winning.
Well, they're gonna run us down because they don't want us to end. So.
So the basis here's like a hint. The basis of all team fighting is in the numbers. Do you know what I mean by that?
No.
So let's say this is 2v5. And you walk up and you say, if a fight breaks out, I'm gonna kite it out. And you get run down. Even though you're kiting. What happened?
Well, we were outnumbered, so I don't think we could have won that.
Yeah, exactly, right? So that's the basis of your strategy. So now it's 2v5, and you say, if a team fight breaks out, what do I do?
Run away.
Yeah, so it's not always, so you see, it can't always just be kiting, right? We just need to leave. So based on this example, based on the numbers, what do we want to do and why?
Well, I think we have 4 here and Tristles in base, so I think we're good to kite out.
I agree. Well, for how long?
Till everyone gets there.
Check this out.
If someone dies on my team, then I want to like.
Look at the respawn timers.
Oh yeah. So we have like a good old 11 seconds.
And let's say you didn't get anything done in 11 seconds. Then what?
We leave.
Yeah. Then you need to run. You see how you can like make a plan like that based on numbers, right? So if we watch this and you didn't get something done within 5 seconds, you're all dying unless something crazy happens, right? So yeah, you're all dying, right? Essentially, unless someone gets some crazy like 5-man team mushroom or something, right? You see how you guys are like trying to run and kite it out, but you see everyone's getting run down here, right? Due to numbers or whatnot. So that's kind of like how you can prevent these scenarios. Like, oh, we were ending the game. Why did everyone just give away like 3 shutdowns? How do we prevent that? This is how you prevent that, right? Based on numbers, what is our plan? So I think that's gonna help a lot too, because you said back over here when you guys are chasing, they had numbers, right? So here's a more specific habit you could look at, right? Every time a fight breaks out, or every time you think a fight is about to break out, what do we check?
If we have enough people.
Yeah, if we have enough people. And then what's the second thing we can check for, I guess?
If it's winnable.
Let's just say like if you have even numbers, kiting is winning. So you can use that as an easy shortcut.
Oh, okay.
So you say it's winnable if you kite with even numbers. If you have more numbers, what do you do?
If we have even numbers with what?
If you have more people than them, what do we do?
Then we can like kite them. Well, if we have more people, doesn't that mean we can just like run them down?
Yes, exactly. You can chase all of a sudden, right? Because you have so many people, it doesn't matter if they turn around. Something along those lines, right? And if you have less people, we run like hell, right? Yeah. That's kind of your game plan. That'll tell you if these fights are winnable or not, right? Because before we're struggling to come up with a way. How do we know if we can fight this? Perfect. There's a numbers advantage to tell you what you should do, right? Even is kiting, less people means run, and more people means we can chase, right? That's kind of the basis of these examples. So let's go back to these examples and see if this habit works, right? So the 2v2 doesn't count. Let's go over here. We go to this mid lane example. You guys are fighting mid. This is beyond this. Okay, here we go. Okay, check it out. Okay, pause. Oh, let's before here. So what's our habit? Anytime people are nearby, there's a fight about to break out. So that includes pushing mid, right? So if we go here and let's say a fight breaks out mid, what's the plan?
Well, Mid isn't pushed, and Nami and I are alone in the river.
Right? What do you think based on numbers? You come up with your
So
strategy.
yeah. I think I would just run if I got like if a fight broke out here,
Right? Because
possibly.
how many people on your team versus their team?
Well, it looks like my jungler's in there, and I can't see my mid laner. My mid laner's dead, so
Your
I
millionaire's
wanna.
dead.
Yeah, I wanna just not fight.
Right. What are the numbers like? Because that's gonna be important in terms of
Yeah.
stuff you can do. So you have 2 people. How many people do they have?
Um, they have everyone up. They have Echo, Jinx.
Well, you can see Jinx on the map.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see Jinx, but there's someone fighting Darius, and Jinx is here. So how many people do they have?
Oh, they have 4. Right? Well, there's
5 minus 2 is
3.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
3.
Well,
Here's
it's
the easy way to
just
do it. It's just your team, and then everyone minus the people you can see on their team. So 3.
yeah.
Easy.
Okay.
So 2v3. What happens 2v3 mid?
I lose.
You guys are getting shit on, right? So
Yeah.
fast forward. If this stun had caught you, you guys are losing the game, right? Actually, I'm surprised that you guys didn't get caught here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right there. So that's the thing to watch out for. So if you know if it's 2v3, how would you play this differently? Oh, we need to go like
I
this.
would path differently.
Exactly. Okay. So I want you to think before a fight breaks out, and that's anytime there's about to be PvP interaction. That's the trigger. Anytime you think a PvP is about to happen, count numbers on the map fast, and then you'll know what to do. All right. Let's fast forward, and then you get to here. Okay. Let's check this out. What are the numbers like here?
We're 4, and Diana's bot,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe they have. I can't tell if they have everyone off like the angle.
You can tell with this. This is the fast way to tell.
Oh, okay. So they have 4 people too.
They have 4 people. Okay. Who wins? What do we say?
I think they win.
In what's an advantage that we talk about? If it's even numbers, the team that's chasing is losing, right?
Yeah.
So what do you guys need to do?
Do you think we should have chased them? Oh no, because they could chase us.
Chasing is losing, right?
Yeah.
So what should we do? Default as a default.
Back up.
What's the
Or
opposite
kite.
of chasing? Yeah, kiting, right? We kite until when?
Until like until they int out.
Like what's like a big play here? Like oh, fat bubble, maybe crazy combo, right? Until you see that, chasing is losing. That's what I want you to think. Okay? Until you see some massive turn, chasing is losing. So what's happening here? Who's chasing?
Darius.
Okay, so we lost, right?
Yeah.
Now we need to run. Easy, right? So now it's 3v4. What does that tell us?
We don't win.
Yeah, we need to kite it out, or we need to run. One of those two, right? So and then since you guys are like somewhat kiting it out, it's really good, or it's pretty good, right? And then the instant you guys go back to chasing. Okay, what happens if you chase? We said 4v4 chasing was bad, right? What happens if you 3v4 chase?
Terrible.
It's over, right? So as you can see, that's how we came up with the this was impossible idea, right? So seems like our habit works here. No problem. Okay, let's fast forward. Go to this mid one. Okay, some crazy shit is happening. Okay. Okay, what do you think? Based on numbers here.
I think I should kite here.
Okay, 4v4, you need a kite, right?
Yeah.
Until when?
Until someone dies or
This is the exact same one as the next replay.
Oh, yeah. So Pike is dead and until he's back up.
Yeah, when he's back up, what happens?
We should back off.
Right. Otherwise, they're gonna 5v4 run you guys down. All right. So let's fast forward.
Yeah.
Right. So Jax did die, which is nice, but he took away enough resources. Let's back it up. Let's watch the thing in full. He took away enough resources that you know, he was worth a person, right? Or maybe not worth a person. He was worth like half a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll watch this, and then we need a kite because it's 4v4. and then we just need to run, right? Kite until when something big happens, right? So watch this example here. Was this Darius' turn good enough for you guys to turn around?
No.
There it is, right? So you guys just need to run. So that's about it. And then if you turn around here, right? What did we do that was didn't make sense according to our newfound idea?
We didn't like run back right away.
Yeah, yeah. You're like running towards them, right?
Yeah.
So you lost a lot of distance there. So you see how it's like this is kind of I think the habit that will help you the most. It'll cover all the bases. Maybe not the 2v2 in lane that we saw. That's like I think that's different in the sense that it's not numbers and or chasing or anything like that. That was more like you didn't have enough damage, right? But in these out of lane examples, I think if you can count numbers for these fights and figure out what you're supposed to do, that's going to give you more of a guideline in terms of, you know, I don't want to fight or I do want to fight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that'll help.
So remind me, every time a fight breaks out, what are you trying to do?
See how many people they have. Think if it's kiteable. Think about if we can win it.
Right. So numbers, and then what do I do because of numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds easy enough.
Yeah.
So every time a fight breaks out, focus on that. I think that's gonna help the most. But I don't know. What do you think? What do you think is most helpful?
Helpful when.
Like what habits would be most useful for you to work on?
Definitely like the shovey mid thing. I think I should do that more often, or at least like shove a link. Cause sometimes I don't, and I just like Pepega, and my farm is really bad.
Yeah, you can say that. So, what's the habit for that?
Want to get money and push waves.
Well, what's the trigger in game to remind yourself in game? You want to attach your habit to a specific trigger in game. So, like,
maybe like a tower.
Okay. Well, what about a tower?
We wanna push, so I want to like get prile. Maybe that would be a good habit. Well, I can see that being a bad habit because I can just, like,
yeah, I can see that being a bad habit too. Okay, here's like an easy way to think about it. A trigger is like an event you already do in game, right? So like, let's say for example, if we're working on map awareness in lane, a trigger is you last hit a minion. So every time you last hit a minion, habit kicks in. Look at the map.
Yeah.
So for our out of lane, we want to make sure we're pushing mid. When do we want to make sure that happens? What do you think?
When we don't see them on the map, possibly.
So every time you don't see them, you're gonna push.
Oh, when there's an objective.
Okay, when there's an objective. What about the objective?
I want to push so we can get the objective.
Yes, you're thinking about getting the objective. You say, I want to push. Right, that's the habit right there. Did I push first? Did I clear first? Easy, perfect. Right? It's because every time we saw that mistake, it was when you wanted an objective. So easy enough trigger, right? Every time you want the objective, did I push first? Right? Yeah, that mid one is pretty important. If you are wondering how come you don't have more than 8, that's probably why, right? Yeah. Somehow we're forgetting to push our waves first. So, anything else?
I guess like I don't know when. Like sometimes I feel like there is no safe lane, but I know there probably is. I'm just like not aware of like where they are. So like if they have like a Shaco or something, I sometimes don't want to push like too much because I'm like afraid he's gonna run me down or something.
So like there's some like tricks you can do for that. So let's say for example, is there like a game here somewhere? Let's say like you're afraid of pushing here because Rengar is super fed. He's gonna come gank you. Right? If you stare anywhere in the lane, he's gonna run you down. So what do you
do? Wait till he shows.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That's exactly what I would do. Right? How can you stop 10-0 Rengar? Sometimes you can't. Let's say 0-5. And you're like, if I put a trap down on my face, he can't kill me. then you can push and put down a trap on your face, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see how that works, right? Is that if you can come up with a way to beat it, go for it. If you can't come up with a way to beat it, sometimes you just have to AFK, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to wait, right? So the whole Shaco example is the same thing, right? We can try and we push when we know he can't kill us, and if he can kill us, we just have to wait and hide in a bush or something. So does
Okay,
that kind
that
of make
makes sense.
sense?
Yep.
Like let's say this is like blue cane or some shit. Oh, this is red cane. Whatever. Let's say it's blue cane. He's coming through a wall, right? If he didn't ward over the wall, he's always coming over the wall, right? So how do we push? Oh, maybe we put a bunch of traps along the wall so he gets slowed when he comes out. Something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Anything else?
No, not really. I think we covered a good amount of stuff.
Good. I think the mid game is probably what I would focus on if I were you. The two habits we came up with, right? The pushing and the team fighting one. I think those are probably the important stuff to look at. If there's like laning ones, maybe I don't know. I think lane was kind of solid. What about you?
Yeah, I do think my laning is okay, but I do sometimes get those good old 4-man bottoms, and I don't know what to do. Like if I lose bot, I don't know if I should like keep pushing bot, but then I feel like I'm just gonna get killed again. I don't know. It's
So here's a way to look at it. All right, let's say you're watching a replays and you're like dying a lot to like 4-man ganks or something. All right, so you want to fix it. So you say, how do we fix it? You're gonna look at how did you want to play differently, or what did you want to do differently, and try and make that a habit and stick that habit into the thing that you were doing before you made the mistake. So let's say, for example, you get 4-man the bot, you're just trying to push, and then all of a sudden 4 people show up bot, right? So then we'll say, hey, the problem is you didn't look at the map before you tried to push, because otherwise you would have realized there were 4 people. So now the new habit to trigger thing would be every time you want to push, you look at the map to make sure you're not getting 4-manned. You see how that works?
Yeah.
So you're looking for like some kind of habit to help you prevent this kind of problem from happening, right? So if there is something you want to work on lane, I would suggest you try something like that, right? So like some of the stuff we saw in the jungle thing was after a fight breaks out, make sure you're looking at the jungle so he's not just coming straight bot, right? So something along those lines, right?
That
Sounds
makes
good.
sense. Yep.
Any last questions?
Nope. I think that's all.
Okay, cool. Then let me know how your games go, and I think if you can make sure these fights are going well in the mid game, I think you're gonna do really well. I think that's kind of the main. I think for me personally, that's what I think your main issue was. But if you do want to show me clips of other stuff, slash, you're gonna show me clips of team fights, and you want to get my opinion, definitely send it my way. All right.
Okay, I will. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Good luck in your games. Let me know how they go.
All right, you too. Thanks.
Okay. Bye.